shall now go on to our next speaker, and I would want our expert panel to be taking all the questions, but to be keep it a little shorter because we want to hear many more issues. Dr. KAMAL KAPUR again is a great, versatile, dynamic surgeon and an administrator. He's a founder and medical director of Sharp Sight Centers, which are now extending from the length and the breadth of our country. And he is actually going to tell us something which might contradict the first topic, but I think every part of a surgeon's growth should encompass knowing about every aspect of marketing and choose what best suits him. And he is going to tell us about driving sales with a ground sales team. And look forward to a very dynamic talk from you.
First of all, I think, Dr. Chitra, it's an amazing stuff you're doing out there, bringing out these things to the practitioners. These topics are very close to my heart. We have been doing these sessions under the title, What They Didn't Teach Me in a Medical College, for last 4 years at AIOS, and they are very well attended and appreciated. I think this is one thing which we doctors have to be trained in. Man management, resource management, finance management, infrastructure management, and profiteering. There's nothing wrong with making money as long as you're doing it scientifically, ethically, and patient-centered. So based on that, I'll just start on my topic. Is my slide visible?
No.
I'll just go back to screen share.
Yeah.
Okay, is that slide visible?
No, yeah, it's showing. Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so there is some issue here. My presentation is just hanging up. Yeah, got it? It's coming now?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so the topic is driving the ground sales team. And our motto in our organization is a team makes the dream work. The teamwork makes the dream work. So whatever I'm going to say is, of course, applying to the ground force team, but it applies to every single member in any organization. If the thing is running like a well-oiled machine, any dream can work for you. What started as a journey from a one-room clinic in my home ground floor is now 16 centers across the country, and we're coming up with 35 more in the next 2 years. That is what a team can do. That is what, when you believe in your team, you nurture them and you go. So we started with 4 people. One of them was my father's old assistant, and my partner Samir and his OT technician. We were 4 people we started from, then we went to 16, now we are over 800. And from an OPD of 3 patients a day, we are doing 2,500 patients a day. So continuous team building has its benefits, which are unimaginable, unprecedented. All you need to do is, you need to have a common goal. You need to have teams which understand your goal, which believe in it. They are passionate about it, and they're driven towards it. And as the word team says, together everyone achieves more. So the option was always to work like a well-oiled machine in a team or work like a group. So let me make it people understand. A group is different than a team. The day we got it, it transformed the way we worked in our organization. We have to invest in HR, human resource. Me and Manna have been having discussions on it. I was there at Dr. Rohit's session this Sunday, and I was sitting with a few friends there. Technology has its force, has a lot of benefits, but I feel we should also invest equally in human resource. You do not invest in good human resource, a machine is as good as it is if it is lying unplugged. You could jolly well buy a machine and put it unplugged without to the source if you do not have a good human resource team to back up your infrastructure and quality. So difference between building a group or a team. A group is always a collection of individuals who are coordinating their efforts towards contributing towards a goal. Whereas a team is a group of people who have one goal. Now, let me give you an example. A cricket team is a team with a goal to win the match. A group is, let's say, a group of managers managing the team who will have to manage the team getting there, doing the infrastructure, looking after their stay. That is their end goal. But a team will have one goal where everybody is contributing and interdependent and answerable and responsible towards that goal. That is what differentiates a team. And surprisingly, they both are different. They may sound very similar, but they're very different. So group always has one designated leader. There is a responsibility of the leader to get the results for that small goal which that group decides. All groups members will be independent, but the responsibility or the accountability of the group will be limited to an individual. But when we're working like a team, as Vanna said, the whole team is responsible for wherever you go. If you go down to the dumps, it is the whole team. And if you go to great heights, it is the whole team. So this is what we practice in our organization. When we don't have incentive systems, but let's say we hit a target, we hit a milestone, everybody gets to celebrate. We go on outbound exercises. I will share some images. These are basic, group, it's individual goals. Now, when you focus on serving more people, now this is patients and your team members. The moment you serve more and more people as your team members, you're also serving them. They are your teammates, your sales team, your ground team. They are your people whom you serve. They will get more money for you. This is a gimme. Now, I just want people to see this small 1-minute video. This is something very, very interesting. Just see. This is what a team is. See what happens. Each small part at the right time is ending up doing what it's supposed to. And it is interdependent on each other. None of them is independent. Everything is giving a push or a change of direction or a directional push to the next part. And see how everything beautifully starts working. And the end result is amazing. I just want you to just now, I'll be quiet, just see the whole video. This is a very inspiring video. You see, each part is doing its job and yet ensuring that the next part also does its job completely. There is no independence. Every step, there is an interdependence. One step goes wrong, the whole team fails. That is the level of responsibility.
Wow.
That's what a team does. Each part comes into action when it's supposed to, helps the next person to achieve its goal, and together they are held accountable for the net goal. So if the team is like a machine, what is the oil of this machine? The oil is the feel-good factor of the organization. If the feel-good factor goes bad, there is friction within the team, there are rivalries, there is politics, and this will eventually break down your machine. So spend a good time making these beautiful relationships between your team members, which means even getting it down to solve their personal issues between them, making them understand each other more, giving them more me time with each other, taking them out for outings, supporting and training. As Dr. Vanna said, train, retrain, retrain, retrain. There's never an end to it. You cannot count on the intelligence or the perception of everybody could be similar in your team. So what you need to do is bring up a point, train someone, train again, train again. Then you train the trainers, depute people who will keep training them again. So as the team gets bigger, you train the trainers. They will train the next guys. And every 1 to 1.5 months have sessions. We have multiple role enactment programs where I will go as a patient and ask questions to my counselors. I will go have 10 questions put out to my sales team, what a normal patient would ask, and then have them answer in front of an audience of 400, 500 team members, so that everybody is aligned to one thought, one template of answering questions. our peons, our people who serve tea, our front office, our counselors, our marketing managers, our even finance guys are exposed to these kind of sessions so that everybody is having one thought, one template. Because for a patient sitting in the organization, anybody you wearing a uniform is a sharp sighter, and he is free to ask questions to anybody walking across. So everybody should have one basic knowledge of everything which is going to go. So marketing strategy for your sales team is very, very important. Once you are clear where you want to go and what is the path you want to go, where we want to go and what is the path, we will create a mess. So first of all, we as the team leader should have templates. What is it that are required to be there? And then bring it backwards, discuss the requirements, bring the team on cross-table discussion, make everybody a part of the team. So if the team is not aligned to the goal, you may achieve a target, but you will never achieve your goal. Classically, if somebody is told to just lay a rail line, but if that direction or the orientation is not well defined, this is what you'll land up with. Now let us see, what does a patient want? Patient wants safety, quality, and value for what he gets. What does my surgeon want? My surgeon wants patient fulfillment, professional fulfillment, and of course, profits and remuneration. Does my sales team want anything different than my surgeon? Just let's see. They nearly want the same thing. They want the patients to be happy, because no sales team or no ground staff wants to hear bickerings of a patient who walks in that the patient is not happy or the patient does not have a good experience. And they all feel very proud when the patient walks back praising the whole organization. So patient fulfillment is a common criteria. So what we do is we share the outcomes, we share the patient testimonials, we invite these happy patients for group discussions in front of our team. So let them feel proud of the organization they're working for. We share the achievements of each staff as a group and as a team in front of all. We applaud people in crowds, in groups, but counsel and reprimand only when they are alone. We do not pick up people or call them on account in front of other people, lest we hurt their ego or we hurt them. And everybody is sensitive to that. Role model play, as I said, we have people walk in as patients, ask dummy questions, which are given by us. And we have different people answer from their own experience, from the background they come from. And then we collate all the answers, make template and share it with all team. These answers are given to all the team. So if the patient can often ask questions, even to my peon who opens the door, there are a few basic things which the peon can answer. And beyond that, he says, okay, this is the person you should go to. Lead by example. Taking care of the patients, getting up for a patient, offering a chair to an old patient, escorting a patient, getting up and sitting up in a wheelchair. When your team starts seeing you do that, this is what they do. They understand the power of compassion. Now, what are the changing trends for a team? Everybody in your team wants aspirational fulfillments. They want good remuneration, good rewards. They want to gain new experience. They want to learn new things. They want growth opportunity, and most of all, they want pride of work. If you are able to give that to your ground sales team, you don't need anything else. You just have the basic ingredients. So slight amount of HR skills and a clear strategy, sky is the limit. Now, why are teams important? First of all, people will be amazed at the amount I work. I finish my work around 5 o'clock, I'm back home. Sundays, Saturdays, I am off. Most of the times I'm enjoying myself, partying, family time. How can I do that with an organization which is growing? That is because I have teams in place. I have time for family, friends, and passion. There are profits and earnings, yes, but you must learn to share them. You need to share your profits. So for everybody's knowledge, we have given out our shares in the organizations as ESOPs or stockholders in my organization. So me and my partner, Samir, hold a very minuscule part of the organization. Our shares have been distributed to the team. So that is the driving force between all of them, because now they all are the owners of this organization and they will bend backwards to make it work. Now, what is actually team doing? There are different sets of people, different sets of strengths, different learnings, but contributing towards one goal. This is what sets them apart. We do not spend time polishing people in their weak areas. We only spend time polishing their strong areas. We complement them with another set of person in the team who is good in something which this person is bad. Because spending time on people's weak areas will waste more time and will not probably give the desired results. So how about building a team of people with different sets? It's like having 3 good batsmen, 3 good bowlers. It would not make any difference if I have 11 good batsmen in my team and no bowlers or no fielders. So everybody has to add to the team with their strengths. We have to nurture the teams, give them growth opportunities. So how can you best make a team? First of all, trust gets biggest trust. So first you need to trust them wholeheartedly. People will be amazed. We have new centers opening. I have not even gone and seen the place. The construction, the infrastructure is finished by the team. I just go one day before the inauguration just to applaud the beautiful work they've done. And that's let so much of time spare for me to plan other things, do my clinical stuff. Even in my own team, I've divided. My partner looks after an X thing and I look after another thing. We do not cross connect. We only cross connect to share our goals, work together, and work towards a common team. Now, when do the teams deliver best? There should be joint decisions. Even your marketing team, your ground team, your front office team should sit at a given specified time with an agenda. What are the problems they are facing? What are your suggestions? What are their suggestions? There should be a clarity of role, no overlap. Yet everybody should be ready to share responsibility of each other. And most important, a good feel factor for each other. So success is the team success. And if there's a failure, it's my failure. This is the feeling which runs through the organization. Nobody can stop this organization. Everybody is ready to take the blame when something goes wrong. But whenever something goes good, people give the complete credit for that to a team. That feeling, the day it comes in your organization, it is an organization which will go places. So all team members should be partners in profit and loss, and even in the future growth. So when a team actually decides to turn it around, this is what it'll do to your practice. So as I said, we started with 4 people, 800 plus more people now. Now, one thing is very clear to each team member in any organization is that he or she is the organization. So let them know the responsibility they carry on their shoulders. The experience they give to one person is the experience that person has about the whole organization. You go to a hotel and one staff is not good to you, or you have a bad experience with the staff, you go around saying that that's a bad hotel. So it's a complete hotel which suffers the brunt. So the moment your staff and your team and the ground staff understands that they carry a very heavy weight on their shoulders of the reputation, the goodwill of the complete team of 800, 900, or the complete organization, what you have, they will behave very responsibility. The responsibility is going to be very high. This ensures that they're always smiling. There's a fun in the environment. The informed staff. So, and this, as I said, the information protocol starts from the front desk, the clerks, the billing, the managers, the counselors, the near peons, nurses, OT staff, and the marketing team. Everybody gets the same training, basic training in the induction. We have a very solid induction program which goes for 45 days. Any new joinee has to go through induction program, and he has to go through all these departments so that he understands the nuances of each department, the problem each department faces, so that then there's a better cohesion. Never forget, even us doctors, we are the ground sales team. So bringing them aboard in discussions, taking decisions about protocols, SOPs, patient management, waiting times, everything has to be taken care of. Induction and training, retraining again and again. We have these programs for the whole team, which their doctors are sitting with the marketing people, the billing people, the front desk, and have question answer sessions. Suppose there is a new technology which comes, we introduce every single member of the organization to that technology, starting from the front office, the counselors, the optoms, the peons. Everybody gets to see it at work. So that's what gets them to going is that they start believing in it. Once they've seen it, they talk about it to people. They're confident discussing it with patients. Even the basic team people who are putting drops in the eyes, we call them patient caretakers. They are enrolled in the technology to so much so that they get, when they get their parents, they say, sir, I think I want this technology because I've seen it work. So when the whole team is charged up, committed, and feels cherished, they will make our patients feel cherished. So how to motivate my team? As I said, rewards and recognition, spending fun times together, celebration of success. So we do these expeditions together with teams. We take them for outbound exercises. As I said, incentivization is for a complete team. So everybody starts feeling if one person is pulling the whole team down, everybody rushes to help him so that the results don't go down. So everybody is helping each other, giving a shoulder to each other so that everybody is looking forward to the results. So these are some of the team events which we do. We went to this Gulmarg fountains. We are now planning to take a complete team abroad for after we hit our March targets, completed the financial year. We are going abroad with the whole team. So these are some of the events. We go out with the core team. We go out with the main teams. We have celebrations together. These are a few images. And another thing is when you're marketing internally, we do not have even one photograph of an IOL or a machine or a technology in the organization. It is just smiling faces, happy faces, patient faces. This is what it does to our patients because we are not in the business of selling machines or lenses. So we do not market an IOL. Dr. Kumar was asking a question. I think probably this answers that question, that we are not putting any images of any machine or technology or any lenses or anything. We just market happiness, vision, fulfillment of our patient's results. There's a flow of information in form of videos running across. So this motivates my ground sales teams also because they are also kept abreast with what's happening, new technology, the constant videos running in the waiting room, their pamphlets. So in the end, what matters is how we will see ourselves from right now and where we want to see ourselves 5 years from now. So when is the right time to build a team? I think it's now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal. That was an amazing talk, highly energizing. I think all our adrenalines have shot up now. I'm just going to take one question, either Rohit or Ramurthy can answer before we go on to our next speaker, and time permitting, then we could take on some more. Now, this is about, of course, he spoke on some very important strength, the ground sales team, but I actually meant also the marketing team which moves out to meet all the people. So now I want to ask Rohit this question. How do you monitor their work? How do you know that the reports they generate are actually accurate? Does this need to be adopted by many practices?
It's a little difficult for me to answer because we don't have a marketing team which goes outside. We don't have anybody with us. The only team which we have which goes outside is the people who meet the insurance and other things. So like I said, my marketing is all internal and how we build it. So I may not be the right person to answer this.
Ramurthy, you have to unmute yourself.
No, well, we do have a marketing team who are more involved in, conducting ICAMs, conducting corporate camps and other things. And as you rightly say, I also am in sync with the thoughts that have been expressed in the previous two talks. I think it's internal conversions, internal the patient happiness, which translates to more patients coming in, rather than this marketing force driving in patients to the practice. And it's always difficult to monitor their performance, ensure that they're performing optimally. So yes, we do have them because there has the external connect that has to be maintained. But overall, they do play only a small role in our in contributing to the growth of the organization.
I think the role of the marketing team is they expose you to many different stratas of the society. If your practice is concentrating not only on the upper crust, the middle and the lower crust, also to build up the courage to come up to your building. And when you are able to provide a range of surgeries right from the poorest of poor to the higher category, we even have a separate building allotted for the poorer and the patients, although we give them the best of facilities. And so our doctors going there and taking care of them, it's not that they have a junior doctors in the team, but to enhance this kind of information also, you need a marketing team at whichever point of time our young leaders in this program I don't think they need to close their minds to marketing themselves ethically and strategically, because they need to tell the patients not just in that locality and in the surrounding villages and beyond that they do exist And for that, having either you call them as referral team or vision care centers or whichever way, you need to draw people from all areas, all radiuses onto you.